everyone, Jacob here from J.D.T, and today we're doing our first top 10 since August, our second top 10 ever, because I couldn't decide between 5 films. Yes, we are doing top 5 movies 2019 edition. We did the 2018 edition in October, I'm pretty sure, or September. Before we start this top 10, I've got some honourable mentions, like The Lion King. They're making a new one. It makes me very happy that they're making a new one. A live action one. It's part of my childhood. And How to Train Your Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon 3 made me very sad because I've been watching How to Train Your Dragon since its release in 2010. It's very sad the way it ends. If you've not seen it, I'm not going to say anything. Starting off at number 10. Oh yeah, I'm including franchises. We have the Predator franchise. I like the Predator franchise because it's something different. It's like a slasher, but not a slasher. You get a big predator that has lots in his arsenal. He can go invisible. He's almost indestructible. Almost. Number 9 is Jaws. A long time ago, Jaws was my favourite film of all time. Even go and look back at 10 subscriber Q&A.
Price changed a lot since that video.
But Jaws was my favourite film for 6 years. I even made this, Wood Tech Collection Part 2. Number 8 is the Jurassic Park / World franchise. I just love the Jurassic Park franchise. And when Jurassic World came out, I was so happy. Because one of my childhood things is the main focus. Dinosaurs. And it has a lot of memorable scenes, like the guy being eaten off the toilet, the T-Rex crashing through the cage. Number 7 is The Ring. The Ring is the story of Samara Morgan, who is killed by a parent. Go and watch the film. If you watch the certain tape, you get a phone call that says 7 days, and exactly 7 days later, Samara comes through the TV screen and kills you. Ring 1 is one of the only horror films that has actually given me chills, and I watch horror films all the time. Number 6 is the James Bond franchise. They're bringing another one out next year. At the moment it's called Bond 25. Everybody knows what James Bond's about. It's about the MI6 and 007. And spies. Because of James Bond, my dream car is now an Aston Martin DB9. Here. That's DB9. The DB4 or 5 from GoldenEye. Number 5 is the Halloween franchise. Halloween is an iconic... It's an iconic horror film. It's marked kind of the beginning of masked slashers. Made in 1978. Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie, the main protagonist. And Michael Myers, a kid who on Halloween night killed his sister when he was 6 and escaped from a mental hospital 15 years later. It was a very good film. I suggest go and watching it if you're a horror fan, if you haven't already. Number 4 is Nightmare on Elm Street. It's something different to the typical slasher. He can only get you in your dreams, but you can pull him out of your dreams, and like the things he does to you happens in real life, even though it's inside your dreams. Everybody knows about his iconic glove. Number 3 is Friday the 13th. But they made a crossover, Freddy vs. Jason. Freddy obviously being from Nightmare on Elm Street, my number 4. So the plot of Friday the 13th is basically this boy called Jason Voorhees drowns at a camp called Camp Crystal Lake. And his mum seeks vengeance. But in the second film, Jason comes back. And in the third film, he gets the iconic mask. Iconic mask makes Jason Jason. There's lots of memorable and unique kills. in Friday the 13th. Like, somebody gets killed with a kazoo. Lots of memorable kills and lots of films. But they're very entertaining. Number 2, it was hard to pick between number 2 and 1. But number 2 made two crossovers with my number 10. We're obviously talking about Alien. Everybody knows about the chest burst that made the whole thing infamous. Aliens brought in the Queen. Alien Resurrection brought in the newborn, which looks really weird. I don't like the newborn. And Alien vs Predator is probably one of my favourite films of the franchise, maybe even ever. Alien vs Predator was good. But number 1, it's the same number 1 as last time. We're obviously talking about Star Wars, the franchise. The best one, in my opinion, is The Last Jedi, but it's a very unpopular opinion. The worst one is obviously Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones is one of the worst films I have ever seen in my entire life. Everybody knows the story of Star Wars, but I'll explain it anyway. So you've got the light and the dark side, the Jedi and the Sith. They find a little boy on Tatooine who appears to be very strong with the Force, called Anakin Skywalker, and they train him to be a Jedi Knight, but he gets married to a girl called Padme. Padme comes pregnant with twins, and Anakin wants to protect her no matter what. So Palpatine, Senator Palpatine, who is also the Emperor of the Sith, tells Anakin the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise, and to protect Padme, he had to join the Sith, which means like he has to do a lot of sacrifices, so his eyes turn weird. Then he turns on his master, gets burnt, becomes Darth Vader, and then there's another 6 films, and it's revealed that Anakin is Luke's father. And then they've made another trilogy, and it's about Rey and Kylo Ren. So yeah, we're going to be making another one of these top 5 movies next year. It's probably going to be a top 10 again. I might start doing top 10s more often, because they're easier to make than a top 5, because it's easier to pick numbers. So yeah, Cosmolectric Material, I took your advice and explained why I put the things in their respective numbers. Yeah, leave a like, comment what you want me to do next, and subscribe for more. Bye!